Hello guys, a very warm welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about anatomy of the flowering plant. So basically, this chapter consists of the types of tissues and the type of tissue system is in plants mostly. So how the dicotyledon as well as monocotyledon plants anatomy is. So and also how the growth of the plants, how we can say the secondary growth, and also how the plants will grow. So all these concepts are present in this chapter. So before going to the enter into the topic, I need to clarify you. Mostly a 5 to 6 question may arises to the NEET or any other competitive exams from only this chapter. So it is a very easy topic or a easy chapter, and also mostly frequently asked questions are getting from this topic. So be focused and be confident. So let us discuss about the tissue. So guys, basically the tissue is nothing but a group of cells are together called, we can say, a tissue. So if you may ask that if a group of cells are together, we can say it is a tissue. No, not accurate. We need to know whether they are in common origin and the function should be in a common function. So that group of cells should be origin from the common place, and also their function should be in a common function. Then only we can say that is a tissue. So basically a plant made up of different kinds of tissue. So these different kinds of tissue are mainly two types. What are they? They are meristematic tissue as well as permanent tissue. So here it is. So how they are differentiated? Based on the capability of division, they are divided into permanent as well as meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissue is generally very active and they get divided rapidly. That's why the meristem is nothing but division actively part is said to be a meristem or meristems. So guys, so what is about meristematic tissue? So if a tissue is very actively of getting division is said to be a meristem. So basically there are different kinds of meristems are present. Among these meristems there are apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and secondary meristem, which is nothing but a lateral meristem. So what the functions of apical meristem and intercalary meristem and lateral meristem? So in this video we are going to discuss about a meristematic tissue part. So let us go through one by one. So guys, basically this is the representation or a presentation of the where the apical meristem is located and where the root apical meristem is located as well as shoot apical meristematic is located. So guys, have a look here. This is the root apical meristem where actively meristematic cells are present in the root portion as well as a stem portion, which is a shoot meristematic activity. So what is the functions of this shoot apical meristem as well as a root apical meristem? It need to grow or elongate the root as well as shoot. So what is the direction of shoot apical meristem? So the direction of shoot apical meristem towards upwards. So what about root apical meristem? Towards downwards. So only the function is to elongate. So some of these left part. So guys, so I have told you that apical meristem which elongate the part, these active cells are left in this portion which is said to be axillary bud. So some are left now, so that part is said to be axillary bud. What are the functions of axillary bud? So this axillary bud function is to just develop or to promote the branches and as well as flowers. So guys, this is about apical meristem. Let us discuss about intercalary meristem. So what is meant by intercalary meristem? The meristem which occurs between mature tissues. So it is said to be an intercalary meristem. So generally it may present in the grasses which is a monocotyledon plant where regenerated part is removed by grazing animals. So mostly you may observe the grass. So mostly herbaceous plant animals will eat that grass. So have you ever just get an idea how they are again regenerating? Based on presence of this intercalary meristem, it is regenerating. So both apical meristem and intercalary meristem are just together form are said to be a primary meristem. Why they are primary meristem? They are appears earlier in the life cycle of the plant. So that's why they are a primary meristem. So question may arises from this topic like assertion reason. So be confident. So as simple as it is. So let us discuss about a secondary meristem which is said to be a lateral meristem. So what is meant by a lateral meristem? So guys, focus here. So secondary meristem which is also said to be a lateral meristem. So the meristem that occurs in the mature regions of the root and shoot of the plants. So particularly those of the woody axis. So in intercalary meristem which is also occurred in the a matured part but not at the woody place, but here they occurs at the woody axis. So that's why it is said to be a lateral meristem or secondary meristem. So the lateral meristems, what is the main function for the lateral meristem? To increase the girth of the root as well as shoot. But whereas primary meristems, they increase just height or just elongate the cells or elongate the plant in a longitudinal way. Whereas here it elongates the plant in a lateral, which is a we can say in a transversal manner. So this is the major or a basic difference between primary as well as secondary meristem. So what are the secondary meristems? So basically the secondary meristems are cylindrical meristems. We can also nickname, we can call like they are like a cylindrical meristem. So they are a vascular cambium, so intravascular cambium, cork cambium. These are the example for this lateral meristem. So guys, this is the basic outline to that today's concept, which plant tissue composed of two. One is meristematic as well as permanent meristem, tissues. So again, meristematic tissue which is divided into apical meristem and intercalary meristem, which is said to be a lateral meristem. So lateral meristem which is second to a secondary meristem, which is also said to be a lateral meristem. So further this is not divided, whereas in permanent tissue they are divided into simple as well as complex tissue. So again they are get differentiated, a simple, a primary, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. In complex tissue they are divided into a phloem as well as xylem. So hope you like the video guys. If you like the video, hope do share and please do subscribe guys. See you in the next video.